For today's Cyber CEO episode,
giving him these tasks, I find myself like, all right, what else can I have Savi do? Because he knocks them out. And then I'm just like, all right, he's created a lot of clarity for me, clears the path for me to work on the things that I need to do.
welcome to Cyber CEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. Cyber CEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. Another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is Jello. We're back with another episode of Cyber CEO. And of course, we have a very special guest on the show. Dev, how are you doing today?
I'm wonderful, Jello. How's everything with you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much for asking and for dropping by. I know you have a lot of things to do, so I really appreciate you being on the show today. Now, to start things off, to let you know, we have a lot of listeners who are business owners just like yourself. So I need your help. Can you introduce yourself to our audience? Maybe we can start with what's your role in the business, Dev?
My name is 𝗙𝗹𝗹𝗶𝗹. You could call me Dev. I am a realtor. I also own another business, which is a transportation and language company that's separate from the real estate business. And I just became a notary, which it's another thing that I'm looking to develop, in the year coming 2023.
Another business right there. And if you don't mind me asking, how long have you been in the world of real estate?
This would be, February, if I was to be exact, it's like a 1 year and 11 months or something like that. 10 months, I believe. Yeah, 10 months.
Okay. So new through the business. How about working with someone virtual, just like what you're doing now with your Cyberbacker? Is this your first time doing it?
No, this is not my first time. Like I said, I do have another business called 𝗙𝗃𝗃𝗃, and we actually use virtual assistants. We call them service coordinators. So what we do is we pick up clients, we take them to their destinations, and we have our service coordinator or cyberbackers, if you will. They, pick up the phones, they check email, they order vehicles for us. They do an array of things, to progress the business.
All right. Now, it's not your first time working with someone virtual then. So how did you first find out about Cyberbacker, Dev?
I heard about Cyberbacker early on when I signed on with 𝗙𝗪 and I was like, I'm not really ready for that right now. And I had the thought in my head to eventually do a virtual assistant. But, after a year and a couple months passed by and looking at the way that Cyberbacker did things and how they could help my business, I decided to take them on. It kind of was almost like a no-brainer for me.
There we go. Now, talk to me about the virtual leverage then. What does that mean to you and your business now? Because it wasn't always like this, that you had virtual leverage out there, right?
Right. So when it comes to virtual leveraging, I'm still figuring it out, because this is a new business for me. And, in the way we use it for the other business, it's not hands off, but it was easier to transition with that. With real estate, you can do a lot on your own without an assistant, so, and I still have a good amount of deals, but I can handle them on my own. What the Cyberbacker does for me is all the things that I may not have time to do or just to stay consistent. So right now, my Cyberbacker Savi, he's doing a lot of my D2s. So he's doing a lot of calls with the contacts that I already have in my database. And he's adding to that as well, any new contacts that I make. He creates campaigns for me. anything I throw at him, he's just gets it done. And I have, I love him for that. He's great.
So he handles a lot for you, a lot of communication for you in the business. Then, am I right?
Right. Exactly.
How long have you been working with 𝗙𝗲, by the way?
It's going to be, it's 2 months, 2 months,
2 months.
a little over 2 months.
So fairly new partnership. Let's talk more about that. Before you got to work with your Cyberbacker, you went through our hiring process. So how did you make the final decision that, hey, 𝗙𝗲's the perfect Cyberbacker that you want to work with?
The other Cyberbackers were great. However, the ones that I spoke with didn't have a lot of experience in real estate. And 𝗙𝗲 had a lot of experience with another client that I think he still has today. And he's able to work with both of us without any issue. It's only been 2 months and he's created a lot of clarity for me.
Clarity. Talk to me more about that, Claire. What kind of clarity?
For the simple fact that he allowed, like I said, just with staying on the path, helping me create this with 𝗙𝗲𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋 model with the DTD2 system and staying consistent with that, it allows me to find other things for him to do, and with that clears the path for me to work on the things that I need to do. So me, continually giving him these tasks, I find myself like, all right, what else can I have 𝗙𝗲 do? Because he knocks them out, and then I'm just like, all right. So the clarity is now I have to structure a day-to-day, regimen for him, and that has been the hardest part because I still don't have enough deals to come in for him to just handle those deals, so we work hand in hand to handle those deals. So that's where the clarity part comes in. Now now it's like time to really like structure the whole process. And I'm getting there like day by day.
That's going to be exciting though. Again, the growth between your partnership and 𝗙𝗲, of course, fairly new partnership. Now, since this isn't really your first time working with someone virtual, so for sure, some of our listeners might have a difficult time working with someone who's virtual. So my question is, do you have any tips that you can share with them on how to create a successful partnership with someone who's virtual?
Well, I would say make sure you have funding available, because with real estate, we kill what we eat, right? So with that, if you don't have a good amount of deals on the table, it's not like it's an hourly position. You can quickly run out of funding, and not be able to pay your Cyberbacker, which wouldn't be good at all. So I would start there. Make sure you have a clear financial plan on what to do with your Cyberbacker. Make sure you have enough money to pay them. Number 2 is don't be like me and not have it structured. I wanted to have it structured. It's just it's really not that easy when you hire someone and you have to keep them busy because there's the reason why you're paying them. So I would start there, and that would make the process a lot easier.
Right. So basically, just be ready before you onboard or before you partner with the Cyberbacker. Then, am I right?
Absolutely. Like I just happened to get a grant which helped me, a grant from the government, which helped me, be able to fund the process for the Cyberbacker, and bring somebody on. So that helped me a lot. However, that person decides to fund their process, that's what I would say. Start there.
Of course, there always has to be a start, especially during the beginning of the partnership. Even before you get that Cyberbacker, your business has to be ready, and you have to be mentally ready too, because you're going to be working with someone who's virtual. But did you have a hard time though with that idea that person isn't in your office? That person could be thousands of miles away.
No, because I did it already.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm extremely familiar with the process as far as working with someone. I've been doing it since 2018, I believe. So like the saying goes, this is not my first rodeo.
There we go. Now we are very, very excited to see where this growth leads to. This partnership grows to, of course, for the next couple of months. And again, Dev, thank you very much for dropping by today. I had fun talking to you.
Thank you for having me, 𝗙𝗪. I really appreciate you.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of Cyber CEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.